What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is week 5 of our Road to the Show series. This week, we are talking about glucose monitoring. We're talking about blood pressure. We're checking in on our progress. And then, last but not least, we are talking about getting blood work done. Guys, it's week 5. Thank you for following so far. Like and subscribe to follow along with this journey as I track every step along the way on my road to my very first bodybuilding show. Been training like 10 years. We've made a hell of a lot of progress so far. We're finally going to get on stage this October. This is everything leading up to it. Right now, we are in a bulk. We are in a long bulk. I bulked all of last year, and we are in a bulk from now until the end of June. So that is currently the goal, is to get to about 205 pounds, decently lean, still showing some abs by the end of June. Here's our progress right now. This was taken a couple days ago, and we are at 189 pounds. So we are up 7 pounds on this bulk, and since the beginning of the year, we're up about 7 pounds, which is really, really good. And that is right on target. That's where we should be this week, is at 189 pounds. Remember, when you're lean bulking, guys, you want to be up about a pound a week, maybe a little bit less, depending on if you're enhanced or natural. But your goal should be to grow gradually, right? Not all at once. We're not just dirty bulking, getting super duper fat. We still have some definition. We're still fairly flat stomached here, right? But that's where we're sitting at right now. Here are our calories and our macros right now. We are at 4,500 calories. We're still growing on that, so we're going to keep it at that goal. And then if we start to level off, that's when we'll pick it back up. But there's the macros as well. And I've got a lot of videos and stuff on my page about trying to fit that much protein in. So if you're struggling with that, check out my page and check out those videos. One of the things that we started doing this past week is checking our blood glucose. The reason behind that is simply so that we can track how many carbs we are efficiently using. When you look at, these macros here, we got a ton of carbs coming in, an absolute ton. And when you start to get even above that in the 5, 6, 7,000 range, you are going to be pushing what your body's actually able to process. One of the best ways to check that is by monitoring your blood glucose. I also check my blood pressure. I do both 2 times a week, usually on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and sometimes it falls on different days. But checking your blood pressure and then checking your blood glucose 2 times a week is a really good way of making sure that you're staying healthy and your body is efficiently using everything that it can. So here's a little video of me doing that just the other morning. Check it out. All right, what's up? Good morning. It is first thing Saturday morning, and the first thing we are going to do is check our blood pressure. We have a basic blood pressure monitor here from Amazon. We're going to get up and do this. And we're also going to check our blood glucose at the same time. Check blood glucose and blood pressure. I check them about every other day. Purpose of blood pressure, of course, is going to be to stay healthy. I was checking our heart health. We are at 88 beats per minute. It's a little high, but I have been running around a lot this morning setting all this up. So 88 beats per minute for my blood pressure. And then we're going to check our blood glucose. This especially is important when we're in bulk because this is going to tell me how well my body is processing carbs, right? Processing carbohydrates. And my blood glucose level in general, just kind of how efficient my body is. And if I need to upgrade from things like right now I'm using berberine, and I might have to upgrade to Slen soon if my blood glucose gets too high. It was a little bit high last week. For our blood pressure, we're looking for anything between 80 and 100. For our blood glucose, we are looking for anything between the same range, 80 and 100. So we're making sure neither of those is passing 100. Blood glucose, we're checking first thing in the morning because we want to make sure that nothing else we're eating, we're doing it fasted. Nothing else we're eating is disrupting that level. And the same thing with your blood pressure. It's best to check the very first thing in the morning. In fact, blood pressure, I would check before I even did this, right? I would check it, literally roll up in the morning, check it very first thing. So we take our little fun finger pricker here, prick that finger, get some blood going out. Put this in here. You just need a monitor a little finger pricker, and then you push some blood out. Once we have a decent amount of blood out, just check it with this. So it beeps. Wait for it. Wait for it. And 88. So that's perfect. That I'm very happy with. It was 96 2 days ago. So 88, that's absolutely perfect. Uh, blood pressure sitting about 88. That's absolutely perfect as well. What are the odds of that? So very happy with both of those, and we check them every other day, and then we make adjustments. Blood pressure is going to be the silent killer, so that's something that we're checking pretty often, especially in bodybuilding. And our blood glucose, of course, we're checking as well, just because we want to make sure that our body's most effectively using the massive amount of carbs we're eating out of bulk. Have a good morning. See y'all later. All right, welcome back. So that is our goal. That was a good one this past week. As we continue to go up in carbs, we will continue to supplement with things. Like right now, we're using berberine, and I'm using berberine every single day before my largest carb meal. And then whenever the berberine starts to not work completely, we will switch to Slen, and then we'll see where we go from there. Slen has berberine. It has a bunch of other things which help your body process carbs as efficiently as possible. Last thing we're doing is we're getting blood work done. I told you I've been struggling with estrogen levels and perhaps prolactin levels for like the last 2 weeks. So while we're feeling a lot better, I wanted to make sure we're doing better. So we're getting our blood work done. I usually do that about every 3 months. If I can afford to, I'll do it about every month and a half because it's just a good marker of where we're at. So here's a video of me getting that blood work done, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. We just got blood work done again because we're checking to see if those estrogen and prolactin levels went back down. But it is 6 a.m. Nothing like getting a needle pricked in your arm at 6 a.m. And we'll hopefully get the results back the next day or two, and I'll share them with you. Yeah, it's not fun waking up that early. I absolutely hate it, especially waking up that early and just having them prick something in your arm and draw blood when you're still just getting up. But it is what it is. Trying to stay healthy. Markers are hopefully looking really good. And next week, I will have those markers on my next video. And we'll go through that blood work line by line and tell you exactly what's looking good, what's looking bad, what we're going to do about it. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe so you can see that next week. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or slide me a DM on Instagram or TikTok, and I respond to those as quickly as possible. And yeah, have a great week, guys. Thanks for following along.